I think I'm live now. It's been a while since I've done this. Let's see here. Let me get this set up. There we go. Okay. It's been a while since I have been on here. I've been in the darkness for a while. I went dark. I'm cleaning my car out today. So I got a new vehicle. I can't see this very well, but I got a new vehicle. I'm out here on the ranch. Look at it. See, ranch life for the unicorn. Let me show you. Let me see if I can turn this around. There we go. Hey, always be kind. I already put this part up, but I got me my new ride. See, I got me my new ride. No more Jeep. No more Jeep. But I have moved to Texas. It's actually a nice day here today. We've got a beautiful, beautiful, look how sunny it is. So I went and got my car washed at the car wash, and I figured that I would, thank you. I figured I would go ahead and decorate it. I got some chalk. You like it? It is nice, yeah. Oh, it was nice to, whoops. All right, let me get this on right. After living in my car with the convoy and living in my car for protesting against 76, my Jeep had gotten pretty dirty. Me and Spike living in the car a lot. So actually getting a new car is kind of nice because then you don't have to clean out and detail the other car. It's not the cheapest way to do it, but anyway. But see, yeah, I got my new ride. It's kind of nice. It's good on gas mileage. It's a Hyundai Tucson. It's pretty cool. Okay, so, but I'm gonna go ahead and I've got on the one side, let me show you. I've got see if you can see that. Yeah, the sun's in my eyes. Death for Pedos. I usually keep that on this side. And I had put on the back along here, I had put American Lives Matter, but I'm changing that. I got this one that has to do with Barry. I'm actually kind of like, it's a little, Barry helped me figure this one out. So let's see, where should I put this? I get my little things. So I figured I'm gonna do my writing and get my ride pimped out. But I did want to tell people, I've been dark for a while. Because I moved to Texas. And I'm living out on a ranch. Oh, there's a little moth or butterfly. And so I've been busy getting life settled, getting into the Texas life. I got my Texas plates on my car and everything. I still need to get my Texas driver's license. That's my plan for this, probably this next week or two. But since it's like the end of the year, this is the last week of the year, last couple days, I figured I'd come on here because I did have some news. I just haven't been doing anything that I wanted to share. Let me just put it that way, to share with anybody, because sometimes you just need to not live stream every single thing that you do. Sometimes it's good to go dark and just so people don't know everything you're doing. And or they don't need to know everything that you're doing. So that's what I will tell you I have been doing, is just doing like regular life stuff. getting settled into Texas. It's different for me. I'm a Hoosier. I'm a Yankee Hoosier, and I'm down in Texas now. So Texas it's different. It's a little different. We'll see if they like unicorns here. I know Eddie likes me, likes this unicorn anyway. And he's Texan, but we'll see if they like me. Now that I'm getting settled in here, I'm going to start going to different meetings. I want to meet the sheriff. I'm going to start going to the different city that I live in, council meetings. Also, like the county meetings. That's something I preach a lot, and we all got to start doing this. Is going to meetings and stuff. Hi, Mama Bear. Yeah, we've got to start going to meetings. Your local stuff. Okay, everybody worries so much about federal, which is you got to worry about federal stuff, but how many people know who their local people are that are going to be on the ballots? Because this next year is an election year. How many people? Oh, there's a bee. How many people know who the local people actually are on their ballots and whether they like them or not, whether they're actually good? How many people know their voting records? How many people know what they've been doing in the last year? The last couple years, good or bad. So I think that's important. And now that I've got like a home base, someplace that I'm actually living, I want to get back involved like I was in Indiana, going to the meetings, keeping the politicians honest. They didn't like me in Indiana. Let me just say that. The GOP did not like me. The Democrats definitely didn't like me. Neither side liked me. And there was a really good reason for that. Because when I disagreed with them or I didn't like what they were doing, I went and told everybody. I mean, I couldn't really do too much. I would say stuff to them, but go tell everybody what they're doing and what they're up to. I had people who would come see me at a friggin' gas station and, hey, Lori, what is it I need to write letters for this week? What is it that I need to, who do I need to get a contact and what do I need to, what's going on? What do I need to say? Not say, but like, what subject do I need to, what's going on? And I would fill them in on a few things that had been happening and with our local politicians, and they go off and that was what they were good at. They weren't able to go to, like this guy that I'm thinking of, him and his wife, they weren't able to go to all the meetings and stuff, but they went and checked with people who did. And then his forte was writing letters and, which I'm not good at, writing letters and making phone calls and stuff like that and getting a hold of people. So we all got to work together. We all have a place in this. If you can't get to every meeting, if you can't watch things on live stream, because some of them, they will live stream their meetings, then you need to do something. If you're good at letter writing, if you're maybe even homebound, but you can write a letter, you can make a phone call. Everybody has something that they can contribute to keeping these politicians in line and keeping them honest. We have a town meeting Thursday on raising our oh, really? That's what I mean. Yeah, Mama Bear. That kind of stuff is very important. It's bigger than just the big federal stuff, the stuff that we all, get upset about and stuff. That stuff is important, but the little stuff that like raising your electricity, raising this, little policies that they're putting in. What are the police in your area like? What are they up to? Are you losing police officers? I mean, we lost in when was that? I'm trying to remember what year. It was, okay, so it was when Trump was in office, so it would have been in those 4 years there between 2016. Oh, that seems like so long ago. 2016 and what, 2020? So like in that time frame, like in 2 of those years, we lost in our little tiny town of Goshen, Indiana, we lost, I think it was 7 or 8 police officers. And when you have a very small police force, that's a big deal, you know, to keep losing officers. It makes you see that maybe there's a problem. Maybe there's something there. You got to figure it out, you know. So yeah, there's a lot of shit that we need to keep in mind with all that. Here's my I want to show you this. This is I got some new stickers. So I got the flag, of course. This is one of my favorites too, though. Politicians can go fuck themselves. That's exactly how I feel. And then here's another really good one I found. Good ideas don't require force. And then I'm going to, like I said, I had American Lives Matter there. And, of course, the death for pedos. I am working. This is something I want to work on, is getting the death penalty for pedophiles. There's no reason that pedophiles should ever be let back into our society. It's bad enough that we have pedophiles, but when they have done something to a child, raped a child, they have lost, in my opinion, they have lost all rights. You lose your constitutional rights, you lose your right to life, you lose your right to everything once you rape a child. And so I think if you get convicted of pedophilia, of raping children, they can't put them back in society anymore. They are proved that they are willing. Not only do they have the urge to have sex with children and to rape children, but they have proven that they will play on that urge, and that they are willing to put a child through that to satisfy and gratify their own urges. So they are a ever-present danger. There's no rehabilitation. No rehabilitation. A pedophile will always be a pedophile. You're not going to change them. And once they've proven that they're a danger to children, we need to put them down. Just like you do a vicious dog that's out chasing people around, and you put them down. And that's what we need to do to pedophiles. And so we've got to start getting strict on that. It is unacceptable that our government puts pedophiles back into our society. The biggest pedophile supporters and protectors, the protectors of pedophiles, is our government. Our government, the American government, protects pedophiles. They are pedophile protectors. They, even in jail, they protect them because nobody likes pedophiles. No, well, I should say that because I'm about ready to tell you about the fucking pedophile supporters, 1776 Restoration Movement and Freedom Corner. But your average normal person does not like pedophiles, you know, and they are putting them into jail for their sentences, and then they protect them so that nobody hurts them or kills them, because even in jail, they're not safe. What does that tell you? When even people who are in jail for all kinds of crimes want to kill a pedophile, they don't belong. There's no place in society for pedophiles. None. None. Not even a little bit. And yet we have a group, 1776 Restoration Movement, who willy-nilly knowingly let pedophiles live with children in a parking lot in West Virginia. And they let Marcus Coppock, level 3 sex offender, who raped his stepdaughter for 3 years. Marcus Coppock. How sick is it to let somebody like that around children and living around children, or even around them at all? and you know, it wasn't just that one time. This group still to this day, they have Marcus Kopak in their live streams. Oh, he was just on Big D's live stream, good old Master Grifter. Well, you're a fucking pedophile lover. He's a pedophile lover. And there's no place for that. There's no place for those pedophiles. And, you know, thought that 76, everybody keeps saying that they're done, they're gone. No, they're not. No, they're not. I don't know if you guys know Judy Beard. Judy Beard, I've got the thing here on my phone, something that she put out about David Riddell. Sent from God. God sent David Riddell. Don't tell me that God sent a man to let pedophiles live with children. Is that what you're saying to me, Judy? Is that what you're saying to everybody? Is that God allowed pedophiles to live with children? No, David Riddell did that. He's not sent by God. And she's putting on an event here in Texas. They've wised up a little bit. They've wised up a little bit. They're not putting 1776 Restoration Movement on their event. But here in Texas, Lindale, Texas, just a little ways away from me, on the January 20th and January 21st at, I think it's Pickers Pavilion, Pickers something, over in Lindale. It's a park. They are having an event again. They're having another one of these meet and greets. Flag waving. They're having speakers and all this shit. Of course, they grifted a bunch of money. Oh, people give us money so that we can put this event on. Interestingly enough, Brian Braze from the People's Convoy. Do you guys remember him? Do you remember Brian Braze? One of the organizers, the original organizers. He's supposed to be speaking there. Isn't that interesting? You'd think that he would be done with these people, but no, Brian Braze is going to be speaking there. Chris, I do not know about if he kept the money. Dude, there's so much going on about the money. I want to know. Where's the money? Where did all the money go from the People's Convoy? They still have not told us. Like, there was so much cash. People handing them cash. I specifically know of them being handed almost $1,000 in just cash that someone gave to us to give to them, and it just got thrown on a desk and with the leaders. You know, where's all the receipts? Where's all the stuff? You're not gonna find it. Why, you might ask? Guess who was in charge of a lot of the money? Naughty Girl Aubrey, hippie mama, was in charge of a lot of the money. She was like the one in the convoy that would give you, you would go and if you had to like fill your tank up or something like that while we were on the convoy, then you would go and you would take your receipt and you would get your money back for that because they were paying for our gas, right? Well, hippie mama was Naughty Girl Aubrey in charge of that stuff. So Anne was in charge of the finances of 1776 Restoration Movement for quite a while. And I'm not going to let her off the hook either. Naughty Girl Aubrey. Look it up if she has it scrubbed at all. But like, I've still got the stuff. I took pictures. I took screenshots. And it says right on there, she does underage role play porn. So the underage role play, mommy and son, daddy and daughter. How fucking sick is that? Underage role play. These people are not good people. These are dishonest people. These are bad people. and they are wrapping themselves and the pedophiles in a fucking American flag. They're wrapping themselves in the Christian flag. They're wrapping themselves up in the freedom movements, and they don't belong. They're just here to grift money off of people, and I'm sorry, that's not on my watch. Not on my watch. I'm gonna fucking call it out. I can't always stop everything, but I can fucking call it out. And I am gonna have to use my voice. I thought my voice was done with the 76 pedo group, but no, it's not. Hi, Paw Patrol. Wasn't there Bitcoin that was never explained? Trish, again, I don't know. People were giving them money constantly. And here's the part of it that's real. This is what caught my attention when I was on the convoy. Hold on. Whoops. Let me get my other one going here. The convoy, if you ever noticed, if you were watching it at all, they would tell how much money they had. It stopped at, what was it? 1 point something, was it? I can't remember the amount. It might have been, was it million? No, it couldn't have been that much. But they had a certain amount, okay? I can remember when we were traveling to California and back, the amount never changed. I saw money go to them. I saw money go to the convoy, the organizers, and yet the amount that they claimed they had got never changed the whole time we drove all the way to Texas, or not Texas, all the way to California and back. How does no money come in and yet all that money come out? They lied. They hid funds. I will say they learned from the Canadian convoy. Now, the Freedom Convoy, the first one over in Canada, those people gave through like, what's the right word? Digitally, they gave digitally. And people had their bank accounts frozen. People had things taken, they could track it. And the Americans learned from that, okay? And I can remember this talked about many a time, is that people wanted to do stuff with cash so that the government wouldn't know they were giving money to this, and it couldn't be tracked. They couldn't figure it out. But the problem with that is that these grifters, in my opinion, including the organizers, they misused that, and they stole funds from people. They misused stuff. They took it. We don't know. We have no fucking idea. I was on it and I don't know. I have no clue how much money they were given. I know I've seen large amounts of cash handed to them. If they were on the up and up, they would have put that out, but they weren't. So that, so Brian would you say Brian Braze is on vacation with his mom? Well, here's a message for you, Brian Braze. Maybe when you get back from your vacation, you need to call me. I sent you my phone number, my friend. I sent you my phone number. Well, you're not my friend, but I sent it. And you haven't called me. You need to call me. I'm not real good at typing stuff out on comments and write. This is too much to put into a stupid little text. Tell me what's going on. I can only tell so much, Sasnak gave a lot of money at near the end. That was part of the thing when the organizers dumped us. Sasnak, it came out that Sasnak had just given them thousands of dollars in cash that he had been given. And then they took that money knowing that they were going to dump us. They still took that money. So see, we're talking about people who have no moral conscience. No moral conscience. They're willing to steal from grandparents. They're willing to steal from little old men and ladies. They're willing to steal from people who are having hard times. That's stealing. Trucker G is not innocent. Trucker G is right up in that. He is one of those that was organizing this stuff. After Brian Braze left and we were on the road, it went down to the people who were in charge and like organizing kind of people were the David Riddell and Trucker G were two of them. Okay. Trucker G, I don't trust his motherfucking ass. Trucker G tries to play it off like he's some pedo hunter and him and his group are against pedophiles. No, motherfucker. If you're against pedophiles and you hate pedophiles, you wouldn't be near anybody that had pedophiles around. And Trucker G was right in there. He went and stayed at Bunker Hill. He went and stayed at Bunker Hill after knowing that they had let pedophiles in. Nobody that saves children from the pedophiles would do that. And that's where I'm getting really fucking tired of this shit, okay? Because I hate pedophiles. Yep, that's me. I fucking hate them. I hate them. And there is no way in hell that I would knowingly sit around with pedophiles, you know, and go somewhere where I knew pedophiles had been around, or, you know. So don't tell me that, you know, Trucker G can go shove that shit up his ass. He's not. He is not what he says he is. I don't know who he really is, but show me the proof. Show me the proof, motherfucker. Show me all those kids that you saved, and then go look those kids in the eyes and tell them that you are still going around pedophiles and you're okay with hanging around groups that let pedophiles live with children. You see, he's a trickster right there too. And there's a lot of shit that I know about all these people because I lived with all these people, you know, and I saw stuff that didn't make sense at the time. Now I know for sure, huh? And neither is Mrs. G. Absolutely, neither is Mrs. G. See, here's the deal. Here's the deal, you guys. I have really realized, and I want everybody to understand this. This is something that I need to get out there. It's a message that I need to get out there. Pedophiles are in every group. Pedophiles come in every color. They come from every political party. There are gay pedophiles, straight pedophiles, trans pedophiles. It doesn't matter. Nothing on the outside matters, okay? If there are children around, pedophiles will try to be involved. They're at the churches, okay? They're in the government. We have pedophiles that have been in our government as officials, everywhere. You're not safe at Sunday school. Your children aren't safe at Sunday school. They're not safe anywhere. Okay? And I keep seeing this hashtag, not a drag queen. Okay, every time they throw a pedophile up. And guys, I get where you're coming, but let me tell you, that's going to screw you someday, isn't it? Because there are pedophiles in every group. If there's children around, there's pedophiles, okay? Just know it. No one is safe. No one. And women, yes, there's no sexual persuasion as far, I say persuasion, but like gender. It doesn't matter your gender, women or men. It doesn't matter your age. You could be 80 years old. If you're a pedophile, you're a fucking pedophile, okay? So like, even like, you know, oh, he's just an old man or whatever. No. Or an old lady. No. It doesn't matter. Schools, there's teachers that are pedophiles. I mean, they are just everywhere, and we have to be so vigilant. So vigilant. They're in the freedom movement groups. They're in the leftist groups. They're in every group. I'm just telling you guys, they're in every group, and we need to call them out. Every group needs to call out their own and the other sides. We need to just call them out everywhere that they are. And that's what I'm trying to do, is to call out these pedophiles. And, you know, we can get overwhelmed sometimes. I can, because there's so much shit that I see going wrong in the world and in my country. And I'd like to be able to do something about it all, but I can't. I can't do everything about everything. So right now, I went on to this one group, and 1776 Restoration Movement and the Freedom Corner. The Freedom Corner is another one, guys. That's in the J6 community. Right there, there's pedophiles in the J6 community. In the Freedom Corner thing too. They're everywhere, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna say hi. Belinda, hello. Even teachers seems to be the women. I'll get back on that. Yes. Okay. Pluck. Hey, Pluck. Hey, lady. Love ya. I'm used to looking at your lives and talking on your stuff. And we got always be kind. Shickle? Can I just call it Shick? Let's see. Women. Okay, so women hitting on school-age boys. I had one, a town close to me. Teacher was, oh, I know. You know, and that's another misconception, is that and I've actually heard this, people trying to say, oh, it was a lady teacher, and so and she screwed some teenage boys at school. Their teacher screwed them, but they were teenage boys. They were 15-year-old boys, so they wanted to have sex with their teacher because she was hot, and she was in her 30s or whatever, and she was hot. Those children are, and they are children, they are victims. And just because teenage boys like to have sex does not mean that adult can have sex with them. Okay? And that's the part where, like with those teachers, it's so sick, because you're the adult. You're supposed to know better for that stuff. You're supposed to know better. You know, stage. Wait, hold on. Let me go back. Let me read. Yeah, I am still bitching about it. Yeah, and I will bitch till my dying day if they're still around. They're still having another event here. And the pedophile lovers are coming. And I'm sorry, that's unacceptable. So yeah, I'll keep on bitching. That's my job. Let's see. Preachers' daughters are pedos. Preachers are pedos. Some of them. Let's see. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson, had a 14-year-old live-in boyfriend. Oh, jeez. Are you serious, Jim? See, that's the thing. I've seen so many like lists of all these like people who were in office or are in office that have like charges even of pedophilia. How do we let people like that become officials in our country? That blows my mind. That should be something that automatically takes you out of the running. You shouldn't be alive. You shouldn't even be in our country. You shouldn't be able to live around children. So I don't know. That is horrible. A 14-year-old live-in boyfriend. They recently busted one that crossed state lines into Indiana to meet what he thought was a 13-year-old girl on a lesbian. Oh, I read about that. Yeah, so there was. And that one was a trans person. It was a man that was identifying as a woman. And he traveled to my home state of Indiana, from Ohio, I think. I think it was from Ohio, and went there. One of those predator hunter groups caught him. He was going there to meet some, I think, 13-year-old, what he thought was a 13-year-old. Who the fuck does that? That's a sick motherfucker that does that, you know? And so it's everybody. There is no one group. It's not just straight men. It's not just one color. It's every color. Every culture has some pedophiles in it, and we have to be very vigilant. All right, I got to go back because Gary Andrews. I don't know that name. Of course, if he's a pedophile, of course, people let him. I really thought that when I came up and I said, guess what? This group has pedophiles. They let pedophiles live with children. I thought people would go, oh my God. And go against it. It has not been that way for the most part. People will justify, excuse, because they like what the person's doing somewhere else or whatever, for whatever their reasons are. They found Jesus and shit like that. You know what? Fuck that. They're pedophiles. Yes, they took advantage of the sexual development. Exactly, Jim. When you like, especially with these women I say women, it's men too, but like we've seen some women teachers who have molested these boys. You're supposed to know better. They take advantage of them. No, nobody will ever stop me from bitching, Belinda, ever. There's nothing anybody could say or do to make me stop bitching. I'm dead serious. I will, Jim. Okay, I'm going to have to go back on here and look it up, but so I can remember the name. Gary Andrews. There is nothing hilarious about kids being abused, and if you think so, you are sick. Absolutely. Nothing funny about it. There's nothing funny. There's nothing good. They don't belong in our society anymore. Here in Bama. Here in Bama, I don't know where Bama is. We had a teacher that offed herself after she made bond because she was guilty. I don't even feel a little bit sorry. That's probably the best thing that they could do, is take themselves out of the running. I'll be honest with you, because if you can't control yourself, if you can't control your sexual urges to have sex with children and rape children, then you need to get the fuck out of this society. That's just the way it is. And our government needs to do it. They need to give the death penalty at the very minimum. They never get out again in jail. And chip them. I like that, Jim. That's what I was saying, is if they're going to let them out, they need to chip them, and they need to actually track them and make sure, not they got to check in every so once in a while, or just get put on a fucking list somewhere that people have to look up. I mean, come on, really, seriously. Yes, Belinda, I did watch The Sound of Freedom. When it first came out, I went and watched that movie. I know there's a lot of controversy about the movie and about the people that it's about and all that. But if I just put all that aside for a second, the actual movie, it was a good movie. It does make you think, you start thinking about, at least it's bringing some awareness, hopefully, to people, Let's see. Another highly regarded. I don't know who you're talking about, Echo. Matt Gaetz and his adopted son. I'd heard some stuff about Matt Gaetz, something about a girl. I thought it was girls, some young girls that, it's just sickening. It's everywhere. It seems like, and I'm going to say, I'm very, very careful. Very, very careful, because to call somebody a pedophile or accuse them of pedophilia if they haven't done it is a big deal. You don't do that. You just don't do that. I won't do it. I won't be calling somebody just a pedophile for no reason, or just on a, oh, somebody told me, no. So my point was that it seems like the new go-to lately, especially in politics, is to just accuse everybody of everything. So sometimes it can get confusing when people are accused of something, but there's no proof. And so we need to start getting that proof out there. We need to start getting people convicted so that we can say, listen, it's beyond doubt that this person did this. And then we can move forward with it. People like me can definitely move forward with it. But when people have pedophilia, like, in their history and stuff, and like, you have to be so careful. There's no reason. You would never put them around children. Flower Child, you are right. That's my point. Dogs are euthanized for attacking a child. Absolutely. If a dog attacks a child and ripped up their face or something, they would put the dog down. If a pedophile comes and rapes a child, there is more chance for the vicious dog to be rehabilitated than there is for the pedophile. So why do we put the dog down and let the pedophile go away for a couple years and come back and revisit society? Why? Why do we not put them down? The speaker, it says, are ultra-conservative and anti-gay. I'm not understanding that. Oh, Alabama. Okay. Bama. Okay, I got you now. Yes. The speakers. Oh yeah. So, but let me point out though. See, yeah, it doesn't matter if you're gay or if you're straight or whatever. There are people of both persuasions, or even trans and all that. That doesn't. All pedophiles are not straight males. They're everywhere. It's just sickening. Hello, Troy. Thank you. Happy holidays to you too. And family members, Belinda. Yeah, people really need to realize that most of the child molestations, they're not some we always teach our kids stranger. In my day, they used to teach stranger danger. And I will say, when I was a little girl, me and my girlfriend were oh, I'm so sorry, Belinda. It's happened. Yes, I've had people. I had a teenage boy that molested me on the at the school playground across the street from my home, like out there. I can remember that. And being a little kid, I didn't even know what was going on, and stuff like that. And so it's not like these big stranger dangers, I mean, I get it. Yes, strangers can do it, but it's mostly people that neighbors, family, friends, who have access to your children. And so no matter how much you trust your friends and family, you gotta be real careful. You gotta be really, 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 really careful with that. And I'm so sorry, Belinda, there are so many people that I know, and I have been amazed at how many people have been molested, both men and women. And now they're adults. And I mean, I've told you guys I've cried with a old man on Main Street when I was protesting back home. Came up and told me about how a priest, I think it was a priest, not a preacher, but the priest had molested him. Um, and, yeah, and people do it mostly because it happened to them. Yeah. But anyway, me and my girlfriend we were at that same playground, and I had been told, you know, as a kid, stranger danger. Never go up to a strange car, a strange vehicle with somebody you don't know, right? We both had, but my girlfriend was a little more out there than me, and she we had this person like pulled up. It lives on a dirt road, and like pulled up, stopped, and he was like, I can't remember if he said he needed directions or something, but he's like, come here, you know, to the car. Well, we walked over that way so we could like yell back and forth to him, but my girlfriend went up to the car and I didn't. But come to find out, it was a guy had his pants off and had his wiener out, you know, and I can remember like it shocked the hell out of her, you know, and he took off and everything. But I mean, like, our parents aren't stupid to teach us to be afraid of strangers, because strangers will do shit too. But the same parents that taught me, you know, the how scary strangers were. My mother had been molested, and so she was very careful with us girls. My mother was one of the most careful women in the world with her children at some points, in some ways. And yet I was molested by one of our neighbor boys. My dad tried to molest me as a teenager. You know, I've had my experiences, let me just say that. So no matter how tough you are, no matter how much you watch, it could still happen. I know at least one, if not both, of my nieces have had, you know, where they've been taken advantage of. So, I mean, it's just, it's sad. It's sad. Let's see, what do we got? Oh, shitzel. Shits. Shitzel. I gotta be able to say that. Shitzel. You guys can't just make normal names that I can say easily. But yeah, okay, so I'm sorry. He passed several years ago. I hope he is. You got to say hi to the rancher. But yeah, he's probably, if there is a hell, that's exactly, there should be somewhere. Even if there is no God, there should still be somewhere that pedophiles have to like live forever in some burning nastiness, because like there's just nothing good about them. But I will say that, like, for me personally, I will not miss my father when he dies. If he's not dead now, I don't even know if my dad is alive or dead, because I'm not gonna, I want nothing to do with that. But my family, as much as my mom watched us, she still allowed us around pedophiles. There was in her half brother was a pedophile, and he had been convicted, and he was living with another woman. I think he remarried, and she had 2 kids. Huh. And he'd already molested kids. So I think he molested his own kids. And so, like, he would come to Christmas, and because Pawpaw wanted his son there, in order for us to go to Christmas at Pawpaw's, we had to be around a pedophile. Well, my parents brought us, you know, and my cousins and everything. I can remember, like, he would sit in the back room at Christmas and watch TV and kind of stay away from everybody. But like, us kids always wanted to go back there because watch a movie or something, you know, on the television, and the adults would come. It wasn't very long before the adults would come and be like, hey, get out of there, you know, make us come back out. But the fact is they allowed us around a pedophile. you know, for their own selfish reasons, because they wanted to enjoy Christmas, because they wanted to be around their family for Christmas. They put us around pedophiles. My uncle's a pedophile. Okay. My uncle, a few years back here when I was an adult in my 50s, my mom had always said, there's something wrong with your uncle. There's something wrong with him. I don't trust him around you girls. And she didn't want us sitting on his lap. She didn't want us around him, but she still let him around us. But she tried to keep watch. I only remember like one time I was allowed to go out with my uncle to the mall or whatever for a birthday or something. Yeah, and yet my uncle a few years ago went ahead and sent me some weird shit. I was like, what the hell is that? It was like a picture on his television set. And it was a naked woman. And I was like, but I think he had said something about naked yoga or something, like he was making a joke. And I thought maybe that was just a bad joke, really bad taste. He like, I get people's, whatever. But then he sent me a message and he said, that how much he enjoyed bouncing me up and down on his knee as a young girl and massaging my privates, Man, the minute that I heard that, that was the sickest fucking thing. My uncle had been bouncing me on his knee, and while he was bouncing me on his knee, he's sitting there thinking about how his leg is what she saved me from, what my mother saved me from. She put me in danger, but she also watched and tried to save me. I'm telling you guys, this is a sickness that these people have. And it's very hurtful. It could devastate people, you know? The PDA, yeah, that's another thing to remember. Even the doctor's office, there's you could have a pedophile working at your doctor's office. All right, I missed some of this. Oh yeah, the Epstein list. I'm waiting for that Epstein list to come out. Me too, Echo. I'm waiting. I'm fucking waiting. I want names. Name names. Name names. I want all of the motherfuckers. And I bet you that if we really went through that list, we wouldn't have Hollywood and we wouldn't have politicians anymore. We wouldn't have enough politicians to run the government, and we wouldn't have enough actors and actresses to make movies. When we get a hold of that list, but that again, that's our government. Our government will defend and protect the pedophiles. Okay, it blows your mind. A happy birthday. Whose birthday? Oh boy, I missed a lot. Oh, the list. Okay, Pluck said the list comes out on your birthday. Oh, good. What are we talking about? Oh, I missed something. About Michael? Who is Michael? What did I miss? I'm looking back through my stuff here. Oh, Michael Black Johnson is who is that? Yes, it makes you careful with your children and your grandchildren. Okay, here we go. Mike Johnson's wife runs some kind of I'm not gay anymore. Oh, don't get me started on that. Okay. I will say, going back after reading that comment, I do want to make this though. Gay men for a long time had that stigma and of being like pedophiles and shit, you know, and like they were just going to rape your children or something because they were gay. And I'm so glad that that was changing. And unfortunately, it seems like it's changing back to where that perception is being thrown out again. And just stop. Just stop. Okay? Just because someone is gay or something does not mean that they are a subsexual deviant, as far as like the sexual deviant, as if I don't even know what that is. I'll be honest. Like the deviant, isn't that supposed to be? I mean, is there really anything that is, as long as you're not hurting somebody else, have the kind of sex you want to fucking have? I don't really give a shit. As long as you're not doing it with kids. Oh wow, JMet, your last comment has like, must be on top of each other or something. So I can't read it all. One neighbor boy harassed boys by boys at school. I can only read some of it. It's not coming out. Ding, I can't read what you said. Oh, I was molested at. What did they do? Did they cross this out? I wonder if they crossed out your message. YouTube, because I can't read it. But I am sorry, JMet. Hi, Nurse D. Hi, Tricky Trixie. Hey, girl. We need to go meet and go riding again. As long as it's consenting adults, I don't give two shits what kind of sex you all have. Y'all could be freaky as fuck in the sheets. I do not care. As long as you're not doing it and forcing somebody, you know. Thank you. Peace, love, and unity. Yes, National Sexual Assault Hotline. 1-800-656-HOPE. 800-656-4673. And if you see something, say something. If you see something, say something. If you notice something's off, start paying attention and saying something. Hi, Christine. How do we explain the numbers of men pretending to be women getting busted in these situations? Serious question. Well, that's another one of those things that people, not everybody, but some people think that because somebody because like a man wears a dress or you know, like or something like that, that they're like sexually deviant and that they're going to go molest children. That is not necessarily true at all, actually. People have a lot of sexual preferences, or like things like with the whole thing with wanting to dress in women's clothes or stuff like that. That does not mean that they're a pedophile. But there are pedophiles in those groups. So, I mean, you know, well, Nurse D, yes, they're fetishes, Belinda, exactly. Did you miss something? Yes, Nurse D, I don't know if you've been noticing, Twitter is where I've been. I've been a lurker lately, guys. I've been lurking. You like dressing men in sky? Do you paint their toenails too, Pluck? I don't think Echo's gonna let me paint his toenails. I think I'd have a better chance of making a snowball in hell. Stop blaming the victim. Okay, wait, let me answer this other one first. Nurse D, why? Because fucking 1776 Restoration Movement and Freedom Corner, those people, they're having a rally, speakers over here in Lindale, Texas on January 20th and 21st. And Brian Braze is going to be on the speaker list. Oh, that's funny. But so I was telling people about that. It's something that they're coming a couple hours away from me. How stupid is that? But it's this Judy Beard. And she is a die-hard David Riddell supporter and believes that he is sent here by God to free the people. He's like Moses. She thinks David Riddell is like Moses to free us people. Well, fuck that shit. Ain't gonna happen. But that's why we're talking about it. How are we getting other people to stop blaming the victims or even excuse the abuser? Christine, that's what I've been trying to figure out. Like, I guess by just keep exposing these people, as much as they want to sweep it under the rug and they want to excuse it and can't you just go on? Can't you just forgive? And can't people change and all that shit, Pedophiles don't. And how do we get them to stop? Maybe we can't get them to stop, but we need to speak louder than they do. We need to keep shouting it out and bringing a light into the darkness. That's why I'm going to put that on the back of my car. That's what's going up on this windshield is in a dark world, be a light. And I keep telling people, be that light. Use your voice and be that light. Speak out. Speak out. If you can, speak about your abuse. If you've been abused, speak about it. Tell people about it. Let people know. When you know that there's a pedophile, speak out. And you become a light in the dark. I'll tell you what, you want to know why we still have pedophilia? Because people don't speak out. People don't speak out about it. It's uncomfortable. It's not a nice thing to talk about. It's not polite conversation. And all the other shit I said, all these excuses. Those people have no problem making the excuses. But we have to speak out. Share. I started sharing my story on Facebook of what my dad did to me. And you know what? It encouraged other people. I got people that I didn't even know messaging me and telling me about what happened to them and to their family members and stuff. We have to just keep speaking out, like Christine said, for ourselves and for others. There is no time to be quiet. And every time you speak out, what you do is you shine a light into that darkness of pedophilia and sexual child abuse. The pedophiles and their supporters, their protectors, they want to keep it quiet and let's not talk about it, because that protects the pedophile. So when we do speak out, it reveals the pedophile. And that brings some light into that darkness where they want to hide their deeds. And listen, my little voice, I'm loud, but my little voice and what I have to say is like me flicking my lighter out in the middle of this field. You guys have no idea how dark it gets in Texas, right? This, you wouldn't even be able to see this field or the cows or nothing, okay? At night. At night, it gets really dark in Texas. There's no lights out here in the ranch, there's no street lights or nothing like that. It would be like me flicking a bic. Flick the bic, and you see that little No, well, I did have a semi come by though and beep. But like you just a little light, a little flashlight standing out in the middle of the field. That's me speaking about pedophiles. But my light will attract other lights. Flick the bic. But like be out there with that little tiny light and you get 5, 6 people and it's a little more noticeable. You get 50 people, it's a lot more noticeable. I'll tell you what, we need to all get together and have enough lights, voices, lights, that we fill so much space that the darkness has nowhere to hide. The darkness runs from us because we are shining so bright that we become a spotlight in the dark field. That's what I keep saying. You may start out a little light, but light attracts light. It's like a little porch light, and you get all the malls. It attracts. So that's what I think. I think that's how we do it. Is we just keep speaking out, and we keep refuting the people who want to say it's okay. Death Camp, new documentary on Netflix. I don't have Netflix. I don't have the... I need to find somebody. I need to find a friend that has Netflix. I don't know if you can still let people like use it for a little while or something, because I'd love to watch a few. There's a few movies on Netflix I would like to watch, but oh, Flower Child, I would be in jail too. I always said that if somebody touched my kids and I knew about it, I would. There would be no need for prison. There would be no need for the government to get involved in anything other than to take me to prison for the rest of my life, because I would fucking kill them. That's all there is to it. Yes, it's not just the U.S., it's everywhere. What did Cricket say? Flicking, yeah. Flick your bick. Y'all can't say what you would do if someone touches your grandchild. Hopefully you have enough time to realize they need you, not in prison. And that's true, Pluck. I'm sorry. I don't think I'm sorry. Just me. I know myself. And I honestly, if someone had touched my kids and I'd have known about it, I'd have killed them, motherfucker. But I get that you can't just necessarily go do that, and that your grandkids need you. And that and your kids and all that, they need you. Where would that have left my kids? But I mean, it's like one of those things where our government needs to take care of this shit, so we don't have to. Although there was a man here in Texas who walked in on somebody molesting his child, and he killed him, and he was not put in prison. So. They can add you for $7.99 a month. You have to sign. Oh, really? I'll have to see how much Netflix is. Maybe it's not too much, too, anyway. I used to do that, though. I've had friends who have had, like, my one friend had Disney, and he let me, like use the Disney thing, because I just do everything on my phone. And so I was able to watch Disney movies for a while. But I know Netflix, I used to have Netflix, and I let a couple people use my, because you get like so many streams or something like that. I don't know. Lori, until you're in that situation, we hope this legal system punishes them, because our children and grandchildren need us. I know, I agree with you guys. I just saying that for me, man, I don't think I could. I just know if somebody did that to my kids, I don't think they'd have a chance. I just don't think so. Yeah, to check. Save yourself. The government is not going to help you. Well, you know what, though? We can require the government to do certain things. And one of them, I think, is that we need to require them to get rid of pedophiles and not let them back into society. So that's my thing, is the death penalty. I think death penalty is a very good option. It's the only option that's really... All your kids used it, and your mom... then they put a stop to it. Yeah, I think they're cracking down on that stuff. Echo, you are exactly right. Let me read it. It seems both sides of the aisle are, and you're talking politically, are willing to excuse their pedos and play the your pedo is worse than mine game. Oh, yep. Okay, so that's what I have seen. Whoops. That's what I have seen is going on. I'm trying to get rid of this sun. The sun is so bright. Hold on. There. Let's see if that helps out a little bit. I'm in my car now. But yeah, the both sides of the aisle, you guys, I was like actually really kind of upset about this. I was talking to Echo about this last night. And so that it saddens me. It really saddens me how when I talk to people from one side of the aisle, we'll just use right and left. So you talk to people from the left side of the aisle, they want to point out all the people on the right that are pedos, right? All the right's pedos. And when you talk to the right, they want to point out all the pedos on the left. But when you call them out on either a pedophile out from the right doesn't want to hear it. They only want to hear about the pedos on the left. When you talk to the left, they want to only hear about the pedos on the right. They don't want to stand up against their own. We've got to start having a no pedo tolerance level, you know? It doesn't matter if somebody is in your political leaning. It doesn't matter if they agree with you on a lot of other shit. If they're in your groups or they're your favorite politician or whatever, man, if you fucking find out that they're a pedophile, that shit needs to be stopped. And we need to start calling them out. And that's been my frustration is that I really thought all these people who I've been hearing, talk about pedophiles from the right, it was hurtful. It was eye-opening to me that so many people over there they would excuse and meanwhile calling out it's both sides of the aisle are doing it. It makes me sad. No, Christine, I didn't think I could either, but I did, and now I registered sex offender. Hi, James. It is a sickness that can't be cured, Cricket. That's what I say. Why I say death penalty. There's no other option for us. No, I know, James. So see, like I'm very careful about calling people pedos and stuff. I don't just go running around pedo. I don't do that. I'm very careful about that. Because that's a big charge. You don't charge somebody about for being a pedophile when they're not. I mean, if you accuse somebody of pedophilia and you did it just to hurt them or whatever and they weren't a pedophile, I think that you should get the charges. So, I'm big on you don't just go around calling people pedos, I mean, how many more were there that we don't know about? Okay, so like we know Marcus Kopak, we know Frank Ledford was on the list. Whoops, gotta get these things charged up. Oh, I think my charger's in the house. Oh, this one's working. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get my chargers. But so how many were there? But there were more that I heard about, but I could not to my satisfaction get the actual proof that that some of the people there were pedophiles, either visitors. I had heard about different people who had visited 1776 and people that had seen pictures of them with the 1776. I will say this. One of the things that I was saying was that when you allow back during the 76 days, when you allow and make it a pedophile friendly place, that will attract more pedophiles. So how many are in there? Who the fuck knows? It's a pedophile friendly place, just because we haven't found all of them or been able to prove all of them doesn't mean that there weren't more. And so it's kind of like cockroaches. You see one or two running out from underneath the stove or the fridge, you better fucking know that you got more. There could be a whole nest of the motherfuckers in there. So, oh, really, James? Would you like to the 20th and the 21st? Maybe we could finally meet. If anybody wants to meet, I'm going to be in Lindale, Texas on the 20th and the 21st. If you'd like to come visit, we could have some fun. Dory the Dory the Wizzy Simp. Now it's being said that Red is one. I had heard that too. I had heard that Red admitted to doing some stuff with his daughter and used the excuse of being drunk, which come on now. I don't personally know if that's true or not. I don't pay attention to Red anymore, or any of them. But is he still? I don't even know if he's still on YouTube. Somebody's gonna have to answer that because I don't fucking know. I I I am mostly on Twitter right now. If you want to sub to me on Twitter, that's where I usually put stuff. But it's we duh da people. We duh people. I kind of did a play on words there, but over on Twitter. Okay, bye, Nurse Team. He's under another name. Last I seen, have to go look. Trying to read what you guys are saying. Here we go. Until this country gets back to being a country governed by the consequences of illegal actions, we as the people have no voice. Were we ever really there though? I don't think we were, but I think that with the pedophilia stuff, I think we've got to change things. California just passed a bill that outlaws guns in public places. You say, oh, that's about the guns. Okay. Oh, we do communicate. Shit. I'm going to start calling it. I'm accidentally calling you shit. I don't mean it that way. Shit. I want to say shitchel, shitskull, but shitchel. But okay, we do. Are you on? I don't know if you're under the same name or not. That because we all have lots of alts. I do have a few alts myself too. Not on Twitter, but on YouTube. Because I'm a lurker, dude. I'm a lurker. I don't even comment most of the time anymore on Twitter, on YouTube. I am a lurker. I just lurk and listen. That's what I've been doing. Is I lurk and listen. Not as much as I used to. I've kind of gotten away from all that because I thought these people were done for the most part, and I don't like just drama. I'm not a drama llama as much as people think I am. No, not weed people. We, W-E, space, capital D-A, we, da, and then people, P-E-O-P-L-E, we, da, people. Oh, yeah, like, okay, shitchel, shitchel, what the hell, shitzel, email me. Yes, you have my email. I don't know. You can always message me over on Twitter too. My email is my name, loriarnold95@gmail.com. If you want to email me anything private, that's a good way to do it. Um, so, but he is still on there, huh? Oh yeah, and this red mama, Crystal. Crystal is really bad too because like she's one of those idiots that lets pedophiles around her children. Um, she has all along. She doesn't take care of her children. She doesn't watch her children well. We know this. We know that she's left them so she could go have sex. She left them in a parking lot during the convoy. And she allows Marcus Kopak around her children and shit. So we know that. Oh, she is or was good friends with Marcus Kopak. Well, according to Marcus Kopak, now I didn't hear this myself, so I always have to say that because like I didn't hear the words, but other people did and told me that he had they're all calling each other out. I call this hashtag pedo wars. We went from streamer wars, mod wars, and now we're on pedo wars. That's all that's left. They got the little pedos down there fighting each other. I did see that the red camp and the red, I saw that red was accused of being a pedophile. That his camp, the pirates had this big like kind of breakup, some of them going against some, and the other ones were then you got the Big D and Naughty Girl Aubrey camp, who have Marcus Kopak, the convicted level 3 sex offender, who, so they're all trying to outdo each other and call each other, you're pedo, you got the pedo, no, you got the pedo, and they're all like, I call it pedo wars, hashtag pedo wars. Next time you go and you see these motherfuckers doing their dumb shit, just put hashtag pedo wars, because that's all it is. It's the pedo, everybody pointing, no, you're a pedophile's bad, no, you're a pedophile's bad. They're all fucking bad, okay? So, but like Marcus Kopak had said that he went to Crystal's house and had sex with Crystal and all this shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like people like Crystal, man, that fucking serve their children up to pedophiles on a dinner plate. And then she calls him Dinner Bell or something like that. She calls her children. Yeah, your dinner for big daddies. Yes, I've talked to you, Mama Bear, on Twitter. Yes, I am in Texas, James. Yep. Yep, I'm living here now. That's what I was saying at the beginning of this, that I have been in the dark. I have not been live in a long time. I've been busy getting situated here in Texas. I'm living on the ranch with Echo, and so I've actually got my plates on my car and everything. I got my new car, and I've been working a lot. I've just been really busy trying to get my own life in order. It was I was on the convoy for a long time. I've been doing stuff with the protesting against 76 and all that, living out of my car again, moving around a lot. I made a trip back to Indiana for a very short time and stayed with Barry Doofus. If you're listening, Doofus, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I had some stuff I had to go back to Indiana and get done, and I just had to go back there. And Barry gave me a place to stay for a while. And him in Oakley. Dinner Bell, yes, AJ Dinner Bell. That just is so sickening. I'm like, she serves her kids up and calls them Dinner Bell, for the fucking pedos. But anyway, thank you, Doofus. I really appreciate it. It was very nice. I got to know Barry a little bit better than I already did. I was already friends with Barry, but I became very good friends with Barry, and I got to know him. And like Barry is such a nice guy. He's a really good guy. Him and Oakley, his dog Oakley, and it was just really nice that Barry let me come and stay over at his house for, geez, how long was I there? A couple months, a month or two, something like that. I'm bad at time. Pedo Wars, yeah. Her and Kopak. Wait, there's a photo of her. Yes, I've put that photo out where Crystal, it was while she was the state lead, the West Virginia state lead for 1776 restoration movement. She put out a picture of Marcus Coppock and her children at a restaurant together. And he has been seen at like they live stream. It's like he does this shit on purpose. He had like a child. I've seen him with a kid sitting on his lap at their events. I've seen them allow him in their events that they have, and it's like, what the fuck? Seriously, what is wrong with these people? That's why I'm still speaking up, because it's not over. It's not like they one time let a pedophile around children and now, people are just mad about it, so they're pointing the finger all the time. They still have convicted level 3 sex offender involved in their group and around the children. Okay, I'm going to read this one. To check. A wish for 2024 for all. Strive for a higher moral ground. True freedom for all. Be kind and help your fellow man. Oh, I like that. Be a light. Whoops. Whoops. What did I do here? Oh, shit. Oh, no. I messed up the messages, so I couldn't see them. But, yeah, we should be a light. That's something Barry always says, and I really like that. In a dark world, be a light. That and something to think about. Echo, yeah, Doofus is a good dude. He is. He's very nice. He's a good guy. If you guys haven't subscribed to Doofus, go check him out, American Doofus, on YouTube. Him and Chris have been doing a lot of stuff about, Doofus is the news guy. He says I'm the gossip gal, and he's the news guy. So Doofus is like, he's been doing a lot on like the war and all that. You're not going to get that from me, okay? I'm not the war person. I'm not the person to be talking about war and all that. I got my niche. Do I have an update on your friend Alex? No, I don't. Nope. See, Marcus Coppock tried to join the People's Convoy. And he was, I never met Marcus Coppock that I know of. If I met him, I didn't even know it. But I remember hearing when I was in the convoy, hey, there was this guy. Matter of fact, this one girl that I knew there came up to me and was like, oh, I met this guy and he seemed like a really nice guy. And come to find out, everybody's saying that he was like a pedophile and shit like that, And she's like, but they ran him out. So I don't know who ran him out or anything like that. Supposedly Trucker G told him to go or something. And so, like, then when we were over on the way to California and back there, he tried to join up with the convoy again. Well, why not? His good friends David Riddell and Naughty Girl Aubrey and Big D were there, right? And the Freedom Outlaws. So see, he tried to get back in. But once again, I don't know exactly what happened, but people must have said something, and he had to get out. So I never saw him there. I just heard those things while I was in the convoy. So that is kind of interesting that like Brian Braze is going to be speaking at the 1776 Restoration Movement event, because the only thing Brian Braze had going for him, in my opinion, was that during the convoy days that Marcus Coppock was given the boot. That's the only good thing. And now he's going to be speaking at an event for the group with Marcus Coppock. So that's what's really weird. Hold on just one second. Wait, I gotta... Okay, I just found out some info. I guess that Marcus Kopak had been traveling with the convoy, and I didn't even know that. Um, what, from Oregon or Till, Oregon or something? So you see, I mean, like
Talent, Oregon.
Talent, Oregon.
Talent, Oregon is where he got kicked out.
Okay, that's where he got kicked out.
That's where they found out, supposedly got the word that he was a. Of course, a lot of people didn't even know. A lot of people didn't even know that until the next damn day. I was dragging the trailer that Bandit was fucking dragging.
I know you were. Okay, so see, that's why I know you didn't even know it.
I had no idea. When I asked what the fuck was going on, they said, "Oh, he had to go home for a little bit." And I volunteered, and that's when I went through and had the eggs and shit thrown at me going through fucking Portland. But no, he had been with the convoy all the way up until Talent, Oregon.
Until Talent, Oregon, he'd been with the convoy.
It was in Talent, Oregon is where he ended up. But again, people weren't putting it all together. Hell, I didn't fucking know. Like I said, I was lied to and said he just had to go home.
They lied to us, or they kept it secret anyway.
There was some people that lied to me. They didn't just come forth and say, because I wasn't keeping up with all that bullshit.
No, we weren't. No, I know.
I wasn't keeping up with all that bullshit.
We don't know everybody,
but no, he was with the convoy up until, and that's when he got kicked out.
It's kind of like a lot of these people. We didn't know, like I didn't know any of these people before I came to the convoy. So, yes, I'm naive. Little Lori thought that everybody was there for the same reason she was, and that everybody really, was on the up and all that. But come to find out, there was a lot of bad people there that I didn't even know were bad people, I am so gun shy about joining any group right now. I've been asked to join a group against predators here in Texas. And I'm just gun shy of getting involved in actual groups anymore because I've been just so disappointed, and so it's been very eye-opening. The convoy, just all of it has been very eye-opening, and just sometimes I'm better off on my own because then you're not tied. My name is important to me. I don't come out as the chipmunk. I'm not a chipmunk. I don't have a cool little name. I'm not the Grinch. I don't have a cool little nickname. My name is Lori Arnold. That's the name of my channel. That's the name I go by. And so my name means something to me. I have to live with that name. I can't just say, oh, that was Chipmunk, I do shit under my name. And I don't want my name associated with anything nefarious and stuff. So I'm just becoming very, very, very careful about joining groups. Riddell was mad at the old convoy leaders for getting him blackballed at Mike Flynn's event, reportedly because of the pedos. I hope Brian Braze was one of the leaders and that he calls you. I hope he calls me back too, Chris. I don't know what all went down with Brian Braze. There's people that have said that he was screwed by the convoy too, that like the other leaders kicked him out and told him not to come back and all this shit. So I find it weird that he's now going to be speaking though, and with these people, because this is a 1776 Restoration Movement event. It's put on by Judy Beard, who is a diehard 1776 RM, believes that David Riddell is sent by God to free us all like Moses. And that's who's putting it on. Her niece, I think it was her niece, I can't remember her name, but she's a state lead here, I think in Texas, for 1776 Restoration Movement. And look who they got. They got Freedom Corner. Remember when I went to Freedom Corner and I tried to tell them about 1776 Restoration Movement's pedophiles and all that? And, oh, we need proof and, oh, this and that, Mickey. And then I come back and they fucking, Mickey literally physically assaulted me on that corner. because I dared to tell about the fucking pedophiles that they were, and the pedophile group that they were associating with. This is before I didn't even know about their the Freedom Corner pedos. I only knew about fucking Marcus Kopach. And they responded like they were so defensive about this shit, and they defended them, and they let them, even after they were all told and they all knew, and it was there was no denying it. They still let David Riddell down there. They let Marcus Kopach down there. Marcus Kopach went down to Freedom Corner. They let him there, and then he sat and harassed. That was when they were having some gay pride event in DC, and there were some people setting up for it. And him and Big D were over there yelling anti-gay slurs and shit like that at the people who were just setting up for this event that had nothing to do with them. And here's a pedophile trying to tell gay people how bad they are because they're gay. They dare to be gay. And he's a fucking pedophile. It was just like that shit blows my mind. Yeah, I think Brian Braze is dirty, but who knows? I'll give him the benefit of the doubt, at least in this situation. I mean, if he goes through with it and doesn't call me back, or, because if you hear that there's pedophiles and stuff, and then you just ignore it, yeah, you're just as bad as the rest of the pedophile supporters, you know? Yeah, Mickey didn't get to speak out in Cali a few months ago like she was scheduled. See, that's how do we do it? How do we do it? Oh yeah, Echo talked personally to remember Randy? What's his last name? Randy. Oh shit, I forgot it. The former PB, Randy, I can't remember his name, and him and Mickey ran the corner there for the longest time. He knew specifically. Randy Ireland. Thank you, Chris. Randy Ireland knew all about it. He knew all about it. He sat there with his big fat fucking mouth and told me, "Oh, that man David Riddell would never be allowed down here." They allowed David Riddell to come down then, of course, and I come to find out, I have found out a lot of shit, and found out that 1776, that Randy Ireland and Mickey and them, they already had news people from 1776 and stuff. They were already behind the scenes, already kind of grouped up with 76. That's why Freedom Corner ended up with all the 1776 live streamers that became Freedom Corner live streamers. Now, Freedom Corner has their pedophiles too. They have Sean McHugh. And we've just found out that they have another one. I think it's Taake, Take. I don't know how to say it, Taki. So they've got two pedophiles that literally they call pedophiles heroes. They shout a pedophile's name out and say, "Hero!" There are no hero pedophiles. And they let Sean McHugh do prayers down there. They put out his Cash App, tried to get money for him. They are also pedo protectors, pedo supporters down there. They have pedophiles all over. So is it any wonder that they were not caring about the pedophile group 1776 and their pedophiles? And then they let Marcus Kopach come down there. So, I mean, come on. And that's who's speaking at this 1776 event here in Texas, in Lindell, Texas, is Nicole Reffitt from Freedom Corner. Another one that sits there and shouts pedophile's name and says hero, knowing that they are a pedophile. Still calls them heroes. It blows the fucking mind. Yes, I'm in Texas, James. Andrew Taki? See, LaPrue, I thought it was Taake for some reason. That's one I haven't been paying attention to Freedom Corner very much. I really haven't. I see on Twitter, I see the people who are watching. Um, that's the nice part is I don't have to watch this shit anymore. Ah, I finally get to take a break. I took a break, you guys. I have been like just taking care of myself and hanging out and getting stuff here. But I go over and there's people who watch these people, and then a lot of times they'll message me, or if I need help, I needed help talking to somebody. I was going to like I needed some information and shit. People just fucking give it to me, and so it's nice. I don't have to be the watcher. I have other people watching, and motherfuck. You think that they're not infiltrated and all this information isn't getting out? I mean, come on. That's how we know about this stuff. Yeah, Maheu raped a 14-year-old. Yep. What is wrong with? Where did your comment go? Pluck? I just saw another one of your comments and I couldn't read it because it looks like it's scrambled, but it looks like it's like writing shit on top of shit. Is Riddell still sick? David Riddell came out onto who was it? Mags's live. I did watch that one. He came out onto Mags's live to say that he had been sick, but he wasn't real super sick anymore. He didn't really say much of anything that I can remember. If he's talked about running for office in Ohio, a state rep. oh dear. If that happens, of course, that will activate people to let everybody know. No, he didn't look like he'd been sick. He didn't look like he'd lost any weight, huh, Chris? He still looked fine. Imagine letting pedophiles live with children and calling yourself Santa Claus and your handle being Big Daddy Dave. I mean, come on. Thinking of. Yes, Schitzel. I'm just gonna call you Schitzel. Schitzel. Yes. I just heard about it. I'm not even really super clear. I haven't seen the actual like charges stuff on the last one. On that John one. So, but Sean Maheu, yes, that one I for sure have. Oh, that's right, Chris. Yes, that talk or whatever. Oh wait, Andrew Talk. Is that what is Andrew? See, I didn't know his full name. I just remember the last name. But that he was out on bond for sex with an underage girl. I think that he was out on bond when he went to J6. So, I mean, like it's just. You think so, James? You think it's the wrong town? Somebody commented. I put all this out on a community post. Their little stuff, like the information that they put out. And somebody was telling me Lindale, Texas. That's an awful little town for this. It doesn't seem like the right place. It's at Pickers Pavilion, I believe. And they're like, that didn't sound right, but whatever. So we'll see. Solicitation of a minor. I'm just tired of people not like responding or doing anything about these pedophiles, and they can't get comfortable. We cannot listen. I personally can't stop these pedophiles and these groups, but I can mouth off and I can protest. I can protest and I can make people aware, and that's all I can do right now. I accept that. I had somebody actually tell me, you talk about pedos an awful lot. Yes, I do. Want to know why? Because other people don't talk about it enough. Other people don't talk about it enough. So when it becomes a conversation that people are willing to have, I'm going to just keep talking. And I'm going to keep telling people, and we have to. And that's just all I can do. And we have to accept our limitations. I may not, like I said before, I can't fix everything in this world. And the people from like 76 and all that, they're always like, there's pedophiles everywhere you go, there's pedophiles. You go to the grocery store and you see a pedophile. You go here and you see pedophile. You probably got a pedophile living next door to you. Why don't you do something about that and leave our pedophiles alone? Go look at those pedophiles. And I'm like, no, I'll get to them eventually. But right now, I got my sights on something. I got something that I can actually do something about, and I can make people aware of, and I'm going to do it, and everybody has to do their part. Everybody has to speak up where they can. And that's what I'm doing. And honestly, a lot of it has gone to, thank you to all the trolls, because this has become maybe a troll war. It's like just, and I say troll in a nice way, like people who, go and contact the pavilion people and ask them why. Why are you letting people who have pedophiles around children? Why are you letting these people rent your pavilion? The people who are speaking, the people who are speaking there, we need to be contacting them and letting them know, because some of them don't know. And at least warning them that if they speak there, their name is going to be tied to pedophilia. Just the people who are, there's somebody who is providing a food truck for this event. These people need to know. They may still show up and they may still be at that event, but by God, they're doing it knowingly. And we can say they're doing it knowingly because we contacted them. Contact Brian Braze. He's got a Facebook page. You can messenger him. These people need to know what's going on, and then they can make their decision. And you know what? They have to live with the consequences if they go ahead into this event and knowingly associate with these pedophiles and stuff. Sorry about your luck. Guess what your name's now attached to? That kind of thing. Who is the organizers? It's Judy Beard. I think it's Judy Flat Beard /Beard. I don't remember her niece's name. I was told she's the state lead of 1776 Restoration Movement. I just don't remember her name. Who else? Oh, the other person. See, they tried to get this Bikers Against Predators to speak. I don't know if they're still going to speak or not, but I found out who contacted them. You want to know who it was? Who do you think contacted Bikers Against Predators? It's somebody that's diehard 1776er that's involved in this. Anne. Remember little old Anne over on the lawn? Sweet little old Anne, the old lady who became the part with Mom and Pa, the traveling circus flag wave shit for 76. She ended up marrying Joe. What's his name? Joe. He put a protective order on me. I'm trying to remember his name. The last name, it's a weird last name, but she married him, one of those. So they've been traveling around. That's who contacted Bikers Against Predators. And tried to get them. So, you get this call from this sweet little old lady that wants you to speak at their Patch. Yes, Joe Patch. Thank you, Plug. You got this sweet little old lady oh, will you please come to our event and speak and let people know about what you do and stuff? And she didn't mention they're pedophiles and that they let pedophiles live with kids. I know they didn't mention that. I know for a fucking fact they didn't mention that. So, you know, Brian knows. It would not surprise me, Christine. Again, benefit of the doubt, but there are pedos everywhere, but we can make known when there are groups that are going to organized. Exactly, Christine. That's what I'm saying. Pick your pedo. You got a lot to pick from in this country. So pick your pedo. And when you know, let people know what's going on, and so that they can say something, so that at least people are aware. Because I was thinking about that with 1776 when they were doing their events and shit like that, and at the Bunker Hill, and also at we're in D.C. there on the lawn. They were trying to get people to come to their events and bring their children. Remember on the DC lawn, they were like trying to figure out games for the kids and stuff like that. That's how bad these people are. They're trying to get people who are whatever neighborhood or whatever that they are in, invading and bringing their pedophiles in. They're not only bringing their pedophiles into the neighborhoods, but they are trying to get people to bring their children to their events. I think it's important for people, especially with children, to know that this group that you're going to bring your children to, they hide pedophiles and let them around the kids. So, oh, you do know some of them, Christine. I have met some people from the predator groups. I used to, in Goshen, Indiana, where I used to live, I used to have a bunch of signs, and one of my signs, I got tired of hearing about children being raped by these damn pedophiles. And so I finally just made a sign, and it said, "Stop raping our kids." And I had a guy from one of these predator groups stop, and he's like, "Hey, my fiance was driving by and she saw your sign and told me about it, and I wanted to come meet you and see what you were about, and why you put the sign up and stuff like that." So when you do speak up and stuff, you got to start working together, and people will seek you out. It's starting to get cold out here. I'm starting to shiver. We're getting ready to make some phone calls. Yep, we got to make phone calls, emails, messages. Did you ever read about Miracle Village, Florida? It's an entire town. That sounds a little familiar, Jim. I just found out about a place over here in Texas, not very far from me, where they actually, we went driving through there to see, Echo wanted to show me, but it has a bunch of, it used to, I guess, have a lot of pedophiles. I don't know if it still does or not. Yes, Bikers Against Child Abuse is a different group than Bikers Against Predators. Oh, James, I would love to meet you down there. Come on down. Anybody that wants to come down, it's January 20th and January 21st, Lindale, Texas. At the Pickers Pavilion is where it's supposed to be now. I don't remember the times, but it's on my community. I made a community post, so you can always go look there for the information. If you don't have another way to find it. The one that I posted was not the most updated list as far as speakers. It looks like the last updated list I got, it looked like Mona was going to speak there. That's how desperate they are. But last time I saw the new updated one, Mona was off, and they put Bikers Against Predators as a speaker there. So that's how horrible these people are, that they'll let pedophiles around children, they'll let them around their group, they'll let them be a part of the group, but then they'll invite people who are against pedophiles to try to give them some kind of validity or something and ruin those people's group. They're literally trying to ruin other groups that work against pedophiles by associating their name with them. How insidious is that? That's horrible. It's near Lake Okeechobee. That one place is. See, that's not a good thing either, because you let them back out. So what if you put them in Pervert Park? So what if you put them in Pervert Park and put them in one place? Where do they work? How do they live? Where do they go to the grocery store? That's why it's not acceptable to let them back out in society at all. That's why I am calling for the death penalty. At the very least, they need to put them in prison and never let them out. And if they do let them out, they need to be constantly supervised. Like, they need to have tracking devices. They should not be allowed to be anywhere near children, period. If they're seen anywhere near a child, they go back to fucking prison. Oh, good. People have been contacting Brian. Well, that's good. Does BAP know who they are speaking to? They do now. They do now. I went and I spoke to the Bikers Against Predators. And on the phone, I met with them in person. I ain't fucking around with this shit, man. They know. If they speak there and join up with these people, they get what they deserve, because I'm telling you, they didn't sound like they were gonna, but I've been fooled before by people who then go talk to this group and, oh, they found Jesus, or and they excuse it anyway. Don't tread on Indiana. Remember, Don't Tread on Indiana was like, oh, that's horrible. Oh, the pedophiles and all that. And then they call me back and they're like, oh, well, they found Jesus, but, I heard you were bisexual, and so we got a problem with that. Jesus doesn't like your bisexuality. And I'm like, motherfucker, seriously, you're worried about me being bisexual, and you're excusing pedophilia? Someone that you called a pedophile because they found Jesus? Oh, from what you think BAP has been. Well, Mama Bear, I don't know, because Mona was on there before, and now she's gone, and the Bikers Against Predators got put in there. I have not seen anything since then, as far as an updated list. If it's only 15 minutes away from you, James, there's just no excuse not to come down there and to say hi. At least say hi. Bring a sign. I'm going to have lots of signs. That's what I was going to do, is pimp my ride today, and talk to you guys while I did my chalk art on my car. But I kind of got distracted by talking to you guys, and I did not do that. The only thing I did I went and got my car washed today, me and Coco. And so I put the Death for Pedos. Yes, yes, yes. Death for Pedos. I put this on my car. I do not drive without this on my car. And I've had people like, yeah, kill the pedos, and shit like that. So what was that? Maybe a mic drop moment for BAP. Hey, yeah, man, it did not sound like BAP was going to be there, but we'll see. On the back, I'm going to put, it's in a dark world, and I'm going to put be a light on this one. And then over here, I was going to put my American Lives Matter. So I'm going back to my car being my driving protest kind of thing, you know, but it's like just awareness, you know. I want awareness. I want people to start thinking, hey, did you see that? I've had people like drive by me while I'm sitting there and take pictures of it and stuff. We need to do that. Well, Chris, there could be a good possibility of that too. Wouldn't that be nice to have a bunch of bikers who actually go instead of speak and go and protest? That would be awesome. I'd love that. That'd be real nice. It's starting to get a little chilly in here. Like I'm starting to shiver. Believe it or not, it's pretty cold. I want to show you guys this. This is off the pedos, okay? For a second. Look at how beautiful it is out here. See? Look at, I am in like paradise in its own little way. Still smells like cow shit, but it's because we got cows. See, looky. Oh, the it kind of makes it hard to see. I got cows looking at me. Look at this. They're like, what the fuck, lady? Look at them. Like, who is that crazy lady? But yeah, oh yeah, look at this. I've got steers all around me, cows. Whoops. Yeah. I am going to update. I hadn't said anything before because that's another reason that I haven't been speaking much. I haven't been live much and stuff. I kind of had to. I've been grieving. I had to take some time for myself. Not only the move, when I was back in Indiana with Barry, you know, staying there with Barry, I had to make the decision to put Spike down. And he was my best buddy. He was my best friend. He was my rock. He was my comfort. He was the yin to my yang. He was my zen. He was my calm in this horrible, stormy world. Spike was what kept me alive for a lot of years. When I wanted to kill myself, Spike kept me alive. And it's been a really hard process for me. It's been something that, and I hate to cry. See, if I even think about Spike, I start crying, you know, and it's a grieving process that I'm sure somebody else understands. Some of you guys understand. But I couldn't share it publicly. I couldn't make all these nice little, as much as I'd love to make like a little video of him or, you know, a little picture collage. I can't even look at pictures of my dog anymore because they just break my heart. So that's another reason that I have been kind of quiet because I've been grieving, and there's nothing wrong with admitting that. I've been grieving. You know, it's a huge loss for me. It's kind of funny. I've lost a lot of things. I'm in, you know, I got divorced and all that stuff. I didn't even cry a little bit for my divorce. Married over 20 years, didn't even cry. Lose the man, lose the dog, and I'm a mess. So that's been, you know, something that I've just been dealing with. It's just something I'm gonna have to go through myself. it's been nice having Coco. Coco helps, Coco, she cuddles up with me at night and stuff, and well, that's it, LePreux. They do. I didn't see what everybody else said. I'm just starting to look at messages again. Everybody loved him. Always be kind. He was a really good dog. Um, he was a good dog. He was a good friend. Um, he never talked back, but no, he was good. And they show their love. Um, there's something about animals that, especially I think for people, because we get hurt, and everything. And for me, I have trouble reading people sometimes, because people deceive you and they lie and everything. And like my dog never lied to me. My dog, if whatever he felt, that's what he felt. And you knew how he felt about something. If he was scared, if he was upset, if he was happy. Um, and they never lie to you, and they love you, and you can get angry and you could yell at them and then say, oh, I'm sorry, and they fucking forgive you. They don't hold it against you. um when I was depressed, uh there were times that I didn't bathe. I didn't brush my teeth. I didn't brush my hair. I was so depressed, and my dog did not care. My dog didn't care. Spike didn't care. He just cuddled right on up with you, even if you stunk, even if you looked ugly. He he would come and he would cuddle up with you, and love you, and he loved me. And that kind of love is something that you can't get from a human. And people who have been hurt, severely in life, I believe that animals are very good for them, and for that reason. Oh, see, here's my friend. This is Coco. A lot of people think that oh, thank you, baby. Oh, what you doing? You will come say hi to Lori. See, I love my Lori. I love my Lori. She's helping me get over this, a little bit. Oh, baby. She's a good dog. But a lot of people think that she's Spike when they see pictures of me and Coco, and it's not Spike, it's me and Coco. Huh. See, hi, Yuri. Oh, right, lick my tears off. Yes, that's a good girl. Yeah, she's a good dog. But they both are pitties, yeah. I'll have to look, James. I have not seen it yet, but I'll look when I get done with this. I'm gonna go in the house. We're making I'm sorry, I'm done crying. I just wanted to tell you guys that I wanted to make it public. We're making black-eyed peas with ham hock. We are making, what else are we making tonight? Oh. Echo's an awesome cook. Ladies, eat your hearts out, because I got one that's not only handsome, he knows how to cook. And he made these pot pies. He had never made one. And together we made this chicken pot pie, 2 of them. We ate one, and we put the other one in the freezer. So we got that out. We're cooking that, and we're cooking some black-eyed peas with ham hocks. I mean, like, we're gonna be eating well. That's what we did for Christmas. I don't really celebrate Christmas anymore. I definitely don't do the gifts. No, I did not get one gift for Christmas, and I didn't give one gift for Christmas. I don't do the gift thing. I'm over commercialization of Christmas and everything. I'm not a Christian, so I'm not into the birth of Jesus and all that. Oh yeah, the cabbage. We ate cabbage. We're making, oh yeah, we're chopping up some cabbage with, I think, onions and potatoes or something. Like, I don't know what all we're gonna put in there. It's just yummy. But I'm done with the Christmas stuff, like all that commercialization and having to run to this place and that place. We just stayed around the ranch, and we made a bunch of really good food, and just kind of, oh, dude, baby, we hung out. Oh goodness, oh goodness, oh goodness. Yuck. Oh, you are just a love bug, aren't you? Yes. You are a love bug. Coco, you want to have the last word? You want to say goodbye to people? I got to get inside. It's getting cold. Ah. Echo he was, when we would meet people, like when I first met him and stuff, he would tell people, yeah, she's the best, not me, the dog's the best girlfriend he's ever had. And it's true. She's the best girlfriend that he's ever had. That's for sure, even including me. Even me, she's better girlfriend than I am. I sometimes maybe get mad or do this or do that, but like Coco, 100% loyal, like to her daddy. She loves her daddy and just loves him to death. And she loves me to death too. I love Coco to death too. There's no way that you can replace somebody in your heart. I could never replace Spike. But it it's like salve on the wound to have Coco be able to cuddle with her and stuff, because sometimes you just need that doggy cuddle, that dog love. Doofus is a good dude. Yep. Well, I'm gonna go. I didn't get my card on. I guess I'll do it tomorrow, but I'm gonna get back in there and see if the food's where the food's at. And thank you, everybody. I'll go back and read the comments. I saw a lot of people while I was talking. I was crying though, but I saw people talking about Spike. So it is hard to lose a fur baby. Yep, they become a part of our family. So love you guys. I'm glad I was able to come back and talk a little, to everybody and let you know what's going on. Definitely, if anybody wants to get a hold of me, again, Lori Arnold 95 at gmail.com, or I'm Da people on Twitter. Just check, you can get a hold of me. And if you can come to Lindale, Texas, protest. If you can go and make phone calls, like you don't have to go anywhere, just make phone calls or contact people. Whatever we can do. Maybe you have ideas of things I could do, and that would be helpful too. I don't need your money. I don't want your money. This is not. I am going to go get my supplies and shit, but if you have ideas or there's something that you can contribute that's not monetary, let me know, what we can do. If you have, we'll figure this out. But until then, peace out. And this is my last live for the new year. Oh, don't forget that I'm going to be on Barry's. If I could stay awake, I'm going to be on Barry's live stream, The American Doofus, on YouTube. We're going to be on New Year's Eve. So Sunday night, me and Doofus are going to be on his channel. I'm joining him, and it's just going to be fun. We're just going to have fun, okay? We're going to do the fun stuff. We're just going to be silly. I may or may not be in my costume. I have a costume that I've been wanting to wear for a long time. Somebody did give me a costume a long time ago, a unicorn costume, and I would love to get in that. We'll see. But we're going to have fun. So just come on over there. Like I said, if I could stay awake. But so this is the last time that I'll talk to you this year. It's the last time in 2023, and then we're going to be in 2024. So, peace out, everybody. Enjoy your evening. And I will leave you with this beautiful sunset. There we go. See, isn't it gorgeous? All right. Okay. Bye, guys. Love ya. Happy New Year's.